Hello guys, welcome to my last class of module 5, means continuation of singular value decomposition. Please try to understand, this is a last class. I am going to consider in this class only two problems based on singular value decomposition. This is continuation singular value decomposition, okay? Continuation of the previous video, okay? We discussed already in previous video singular value decomposition, how to decompose the given matrix by using singular values. There they are not facing any problem. We are comfortably, we get all the things. Now I'm going to consider another one problem. In this problem, find a singular value decomposition of A is equal to 1 minus 1 minus 2 2 minus 2. Now, what's the first step? First you find out A transpose into A. What is A transpose? A row into column. Yes, A transpose becomes row into column into A. Then we get a square matrix. This way they convert the given matrix into a square matrix, because the given matrix is not a square matrix. Number of rows is not equal to number of columns. Once you multiply A transpose, automatically convert into what about the square matrix, okay? The next you find out the determinant of A transpose A minus lambda I must be equal to 0. You find out the eigenvalues. There is a 2 cross 2 matrix, therefore we get two eigenvalues. One is 18, another one is 12. Okay, fine. Now arrange these eigenvalues. Now what I did one point where in the previous problem. Therefore now after that I realize, why don't you make it now itself eigenvalues itself in a largest to smallest value. There is no confusion between x1, x2, x3. Therefore, to find the eigen vector based on lambda 1 is 18. From the 18, you know how to find out eigenvalues. You find out the eigenvalues, you substitute in the matrix of A minus lambda I into matrix of x is equal to matrix of 0. You convert in system of equations, solve that, we get one of the eigenvalue. Now lambda is equal to 18, we get one of the eigenvalues nothing but 1 minus 1. Lambda is equal to 0, we get another eigenvalue is 1 1. You take inner product of x1 comma x2. What is inner product of x1 comma x2? 0. Therefore then we say that these two eigenvalues are what actually? These two eigenvalues are what actually? Orthogonal. Yeah, once we get eigenvectors, you verify that whether these eigenvectors are orthogonal. After that, what we are going to do here? We have to write the corresponding V, right? What is how to write a V? First you calculate V1 and V2. What is my V1 and V2 here? X1 divided by norm of x1, V2 is nothing but x2 divided by norm of x2, right? And then you know how to find out norm of x1, then square root of 1 square plus 1 square, we get this. Then we have to write what is V is V1, V2. V1 is the largest eigenvalue corresponding vector, a normalized vector. This is a next one largest eigenvalue corresponding the normalized vector. Next is find out sigma 1 and sigma 2. Sigma 1 is root of lambda 1, sigma 2 is root of lambda 2. And then based on that you write the diagonal matrix. Keep in mind diagonal matrix you have to write in the diagonal must be a take non-zero singular values. This is only a non-zero singular value, but this is a 0. Therefore, 3 root 2 only I have to replace. But after you replace that, this is not converted into what actually? It's not a what about that given 0. Are you clear or not? Non-zero. Now I have to do the diagonal matrix. I think it's clear how we get this diagonal matrix. In the diagonal matrix, you can't take only one row. If you want to see the one thing here, the diagonal matrix is nothing but we have to choose what about that non-zero values. Yeah, now only have to choose non-zero values. Therefore, what we are going to do here, I'll write only one this much. This is, you can't say the diagonal, right? Therefore, make it another 1 0 0. That's all. I have to make a diagonal matrix. Now I have to use non-zero singular values. What's the non-zero singular values actually? 3 root 2 0. 3 root 2 0. Please try to understand 3 root 2 0. In the next step, we have to narrate delta with help of diagonal matrix with non-zero. Replace it non-zero singular value. 3 root 2 0. This is not there. But how many rows you have in the given matrix? 3 rows. Therefore, make it 3 rows with help of zeros. This you already know that. And then you can find out, if you want to construct you have to find out AV1, AV2. Now what is my AV1? AV1 is nothing but A you already know that, V1 you already know that, here this is V1 you already know that, you multiplied with A, we get AV1. Similarly V2 I have to multiply with A, we get AV2. But one thing is happen, after you multiply V2 into A, what happen? We get 0. Yeah, are you clear? Actually, truly, the y I had to multiply, we get then now we get 0. Therefore, we now AV1 is AV2 is 0 and also sigma 2 also must be 0. That is an indeterminate form. That's why we get a 0. Please try to understand. Now we can't find out AV2, but in spite of that I find out, because it is a 0 vector. Once you divide it by lambda 2, what do we get? Infinity. But here we get 0 by 0. It's an indeterminate form. Therefore, we get only one u1. What is u1 here? AV1 by sigma 1. What is AV1 by sigma 1 is nothing but 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3, 2 by 3. Please try to understand. Now we have to erase this thing. Which one? 0, 0. Only we have considered 3 root 2, 0, 0, 0. Are you clear? Yes. Why? Because we are make a diagonal matrix with non-zero singular values. Okay, fine. Next, moving to the next point, while finding AV1, even though I have to find out AV2, what we get here? 0 we get. We get a 0. Once we get 0, then already sigma 2 also 0, therefore we can't proceed. Therefore, but how many rows you have in A? 3 rows, but we get only one u1, unit vector we get only u1. But we are expecting how many unit vector? 3, u1, u2, u3. But we get only one. How to proceed? Number of unit vectors must be equal to number of rows in the given matrix A. Therefore, in A having 3 rows, therefore, so we require 3 unit vectors. To find other 2 unit vectors, orthogonal. Now I have to find out 2 unit vectors. What are the 2 unit vectors I want to find out? u2 and u3. How to find out? To find another 2 unit vectors orthogonal to u1 using this concept. This concept is already explained in constraint optimization, x transpose, and also they given u transpose of x is equal to 0. Here anyway you already know that u1. Therefore I am going to take one of the orthogonal concept. Now I am going to take the other 2 vector unit vector I have to find out orthogonal to u1. Means u1 transpose into x is equal to 0. What is u1 transpose? Rho into x is x1 is to x3. We get a equation in terms of x1, x2, x3. Yeah. But 3 unknowns you can't find out at a time with one equation. Therefore, I'll take x3 is k1. We did already in the previous videos. And then x2 is nothing but k2. I'll take k1 and k2. Substitute here. Means I am expressed x1 in terms of x2, x3. I am take it x3 is k1, x2 is k2. Give the different values of k1 and k2. How many eigenvectors we are required? 2. Therefore, take k1 0 1. K1 0, K2 1, we get one vector. Then you take K2, K1 is 1 and K2 is 0, we get another vector. Yeah, U1, W1, W2. Then you find out inner product value. Inner product of U1 with W1, U1 with W2, we get 0. But inner product of W1, W2 is not equal to 0. Then we can't say that U1, W1, W2 are not orthogonal vectors. It's not orthogonal vectors means we can't proceed. It must be orthogonal. What are not is not orthogonal? W1, W2. Pick the W1, W2. Use Gram-Schmidt process to find out. Therefore, V2 prime. I am going to take V2 prime is nothing but my W1. I have to initialize, right? 2, 0. Then you find out this is my U2. What is my U3? U3 is nothing but Keep in mind W2 minus inner product of W2 V2 prime divided by V2 prime V2 prime into V2 prime. Please try to understand how we get this point. This point is nothing but we are finding a orthogonal vector based on W1 W2. We fix the W1 as an initial value, find out W2 based on W1. Not but that's why I taken prime V2 V3 prime like that. Then finally we get our U1, V2 prime and V3 prime. Don't confuse, don't take U1. U1 is already orthogonal to W1 W2. Pick the W1 W2, fix W1 as my what about that V2 prime. Find out V3 prime with help of W1. Therefore we get only one term. Don't write along with U1 also. Yeah. And then you take these are the vectors, you find out inner product. Definitely this inner product must be equal to 0. Then we say that U1, V2 prime, V3 prime, or if you want to take V2 prime, V3 prime are nothing but U2, U3 also, are orthogonal. Yeah, are orthogonal. Then I have to normalize. Now observe carefully. U1 I am not going to normalize because it's basically is already what about that vector? See, observe carefully. What is my u1? U1 is nothing but these are the nothing but my u1. Yeah, u1 already normalized. You please try to understand. That is also please take care. U1 already we get AV1 by sigma 1. You narrate W1, W2 because number of unit vector must be equal to number of rows of A, but we get only one U1. I want to find out U2, U3. Therefore, what we did, we are taking one of the concept U1 transpose into X is equal to 0. From that, we get a equation in terms of x1, x2, x3. Then I have to convert x1 in terms of x2, x3. I give the two values of k1, I have to take x3 and k2 is nothing but x2. And then give the some set of values for k1, k2. k1 is 0, 1, 1 and then I have to take 1, 0. Then we get two vectors. But u along with w1, u along with w2 are is okay, but w1, w inner product is not equal to 0. Again go for gram schematic based on w1, w2. That is nothing but my v2 dash and v3 dash. Now don't normalize this because already we get AV1 divided by sigma 1. You normalize these two vectors. These two vectors you are narrated from the basically it's not orthogonal vector. You narrated from U1. U1 only a unit vector, but from U1 I have to narrate W1, W2 is not orthogonal. Again I have to convert orthogonal, that is V2 prime and V3 prime. You normalize these two. Please try to understand. U1 no need. That's why written U1 is equal to U1. What is U2? V2 norm of V2. And then V3 is U3 is nothing but V3 prime norm of V3. You take it norm of these two. Not for this because you already known that norm value AV1 by sigma 1. But we are narrated W1, W2 from U1. Then W1, W is not orthogonal. Therefore, we convert orthogonal. Then we have to take a normalize. But U1 already normalized because AV1 divided by sigma 1. Now you have to write U1, U2, U3. Once we get U1, U2, U3, and next I have to write what actually verify that what happened my what about that this one U delta V transpose. You know that how we get U delta V transpose. Are you clear or not? Yeah. Now substitute simplify that, finally we get a matrix. Before moving to the next problem, I am going to explain once again for this second problem because this may be a little bit confused. Okay. Now, in the given matrix having how many rows? 3 rows with 2 columns. Okay. First you find out A transpose into A. After that, you take the determinant of A transpose into A minus lambda equal to 0. Now we get a two eigenvectors before eigenvalues. Before going to find out eigenvectors, better you write it in from the form of largest to smallest value, decreasing order. lambda 1 is 18 and lambda 2 is 0. Therefore, there is no ambiguity. Find out x1 and x2. We get 2 x1 and x2. Inner product of x1 and x2, what we get actually? 0. Therefore, x1 x2 are orthogonal. Then we have to take what is v1 v2. v1 is nothing but x1 divided by norm of x1. v2 is nothing but x2 divided norm of x2. You write it first and v1 and v2 in v, then automatically we get. Now here, while what about that? Right now, I have to find out what about that sigma sigma 1 and sigma 2. But while writing a D, I did mistake here. Don't write 0. Only I have to prepare a diagonal matrix 3 root to 0. Now we have to prepare a diagonal matrix along using non-zero eigenvalue. Only one non-zero eigenvalue, 3 root to 0 is my diagonal matrix. I think it's clear for diagonal matrix. I did mistake here. You please make it. You can't expecting 0 because D is a diagonal matrix along. Only I have to replace it non-zero eigenvalue. Okay, and then here delta is nothing but you replace our extreme left corner of the diagonal matrix. But you can, the order of the delta matrix delta must be equal to order of which one? A. Therefore, I'll add it another 2 rows are 0. And then you construct AV1. Even though I have to construct AV2, we get 0. Definitely, we not equal to 0 also we can't proceed because sigma 2 is 0. What we get, that's why here itself we get AV2 must be 0. AV2 is 0, 0. 0 divided by 0, what we get? Indeterminate form. You can't find out our u2. Only we get u1, AV1 by sigma 1. But how many rows you have? 3 rows. Number of what about unit vector for u1, u2, u3 must be equal to number of rows in matrix A. Therefore, in A having 3 rows, therefore require 3 unit vectors. To find another 2 unit vector using one of orthogonal concept, we already know that in a constraint optimization, u transpose x, u is nothing but here u1 transpose x is equal to 0. You take that, we get a equation in terms of x1, x2, x3, x plus x1 in terms of x2, x3. Take x3 is k1, x2 is k2. Once we get x1, x2 value, and in terms of what we get x1 in terms of k1 and k2, give the some set of value 0, 1, 1, 0. K1 is 0, k2 is 1. K2 next is k1 is 1 and k2 is 0. We get 2 vectors. We get how many what we get actually? We get 2 vectors, right? We get 2 vectors. It's clear? We get 2 vectors. But these 2 vectors, please try to understand. These 2 vectors w1, w2 I taken, and then I verify with w1 with u1, w1 with w2 with u1 is 0, but w inner product of w1, w2 is not equal to 0. Now using Gram-Schmidt process to convert w1, w2 in terms of orthogonal, then I taken v2 prime and v3 prime. And then you have to take normalize, but while taking u1, u2, u3, keep in mind u1 is equal to u1, you already normalize AV1 by sigma 1, but v2 prime, v3 prime is not normalized. We are narrate v2, w1, w2 from u1, and then you have to, is not orthogonal, using Gram-Schmidt to convert into orthogonal, and then you have to normalize v2 prime and v3 prime. That we are going to write in u. That is a very, very important. After writing u, and then you multiply u delta v transpose, definitely we get u. Please take care for this. This is another one different type of problem. I think it's clear everyone this. Now I'm moving to the last problem in the model 5. Are you clear? First problem is different in previous video. Second problem also different. I explained twice. Okay. Moving to the another problem. What is another problem here? Find the singular value decomposition of 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, minus 2. Now first you find out A transpose of A. Now we get this square matrix. Determinant of A transpose of A minus lambda I equal to 0. Narrate a characteristic equation. Now is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Therefore, how many roots are expecting? 2 roots. What are the 2 roots? 25 and 9 are the 2 eigenvalues. Now you please make it in the largest form. Before going to find out x1 and x2, 25 and 9. This is lambda 1, this is lambda 2. Why I fix like that? You know that. corresponding 25 matrix of A minus lambda into matrix of X is equal to matrix of 0. Narrate a system of equation from this matrix. We get x1. Similarly, lambda is equal to 9. You calculate. We get another x2. What is x2? Is nothing but 1 minus 1. Okay. Afterwards, find out the inner product of x1 into x2. What is inner product of x1 into x2? We get here. Inner product of x1 into x2 is nothing but what we get actually, that must be equal to 0. Therefore, x1, x2 are orthogonal. Therefore, now I have to find out corresponding normalized vector. Say v1, x1 norm of x1 and v2 is nothing but x2 norm of x2. You know how to find out normalized value. V is equal to v1, v2. First vector, second vector. And then you calculate sigma 1 square root of lambda 1, sigma 2 is equal to square root of lambda 2. We get 5 and 3. Delta, yeah, both are non-zero. Now we get 5, 0, 0, 3. Now we have to prepare a diagonal matrix with using non-zero singular values, okay, from the delta. But A is having 3 rows. Therefore, I have to write extreme left corner of diagonal matrix. The rest of the position are filled by 0. Therefore, I have to write it in one row is 0. And construct U. AV1 I have to calculate, AV2 calculate. From AV1, AV2, you calculate U1. What is U1? AV1 divided by sigma 1. U2 is nothing but AV2 divided by sigma 2. Therefore, number of unit vectors must be equal to number of rows in matrix A. But still, we have a 2 unit vectors. But how many rows you have in the matrix? 3 rows. But I want another U3. But even though any what about sigma, the singular value is not equal to 0 also, you don't get it, because we get only 2 eigenvalues. We get 2 non-zero singular values. We get here sigma 1 and sigma 2. But I want u1, u2, u3, but you have only u1, u2. But what about u3? Here again I go for what we used in the previous problem. Based on that, the last unit vector I have to find w is equal to u1 transpose into x, means 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, I'll take it that. Now instead of u2, I've taken u1, that's all u1. That's a formula I have. u1 transpose into x must be equal to 0. We already used u1 transpose x is equal to 0, that concept where constraint optimization. Are you clear? And then write the equation, simplify that, we get automatically one of the eigenvector. What is 1 minus 1, 0, because there is no after the simplification there is no x3 means 0. Now find out inner product value. Inner product of u1 u2 u1 w1 is 0, but inner product of w1 w1 is not equal to 0. Is not equal to 0 means, but u1 is orthogonal to both u2 w1, but u2 is not orthogonal to w1. Yeah, therefore you have a problem with where w1 and u2, because u2 w1, inner product of u2 w1 is not equal to 0. I think it's clear. Yeah, even though I have to find out u1 u2, you have to find out w1 using u1 transpose of x is equal to 0. u1 is inner product of u1 with u2 and w1 is 0, but inner product of u2 w1 is not equal to 0. You pick u2 and w1, apply gram scheme edit. I'll take this is v2 prime is nothing but u2. What is my u2 is nothing but this. What about the given what about that this one only, the given u2, what we narrated u2 from AV2 divided by sigma 2, that is itself is nothing but u2 prime. Next you find out v3 prime is nothing but w1 minus inner product of w1 u2 divided by inner product of u2 u2 into u2. Find out these values, then we get v3 prime. Once we get v3 prime, keep in mind I'll keep u1 u2 as itself, because u1 is already we get av1 divided by sigma 1, u2 already get av2 divided by sigma 2. Only w1 to v3 prime we are narrated using u1 transpose x is equal to 0. This one narrated from u1 transpose x is equal to 0. Therefore, I'll take that this one normalized. Which one? u3. This v3 is normalized. I think everyone is clear. Those vector you are find out u1 u2. That's why I'll keep it u1 u2 itself. What vector we are narrating from u1 transpose of x, I taken v prime w1 like that. Finally, after the normalize only I taken u3 because we are avoid the mistake. We have to avoid the confusion also. Now you take inner product of u1 u2 u1 u3 and then inner product of u2 u3 definitely equal to 0. Therefore, now I have to write u is nothing but u1 u2 and then this normalized of v3 prime. Okay, then you multiply u into delta v transpose. Definitely we get A. Keep in mind this is also one of the important problem. Don't confuse. Observe in this problem, that's a one of important problem here. In this problem, what we are going to expect in this problem here, yeah, I'm going to, before going to wind up that, observe once again this problem having 3 rows with 2 columns. You find out A transpose into A and then find out the eigenvalues. Keep the eigenvalues in the decreasing order, largest to smallest value. Find out the corresponding eigenvalue vectors. Definitely inner product of x1 x2 must be 0 here, and then we have to narrate v nothing but v x1 norm of x1 x2 norm of x2, and then you find out sigma 1 sigma 2, then we get d value, and then you narrate delta value based on these. But one row is missing because 3 rows are there here, therefore one row is missing, therefore I am to add it to 0. The next you find out AV1 and AV2. Next you have to find out AV1 and AV2. Once you find out AV1 and AV2, and then you find out U1 U2, because here x sigma 1 not equal to 0, sigma 2 not equal to 0. You get U1 U2, but here have 3 rows, but we get only U1 U2, but I want to find out U3. Therefore using U1 transpose of x is equal to 0. From U1 transpose of x is equal to 0, we get W1. Once we get W1, you find out the inner product. U1 is orthogonal to U2 and W1, but U2 is not orthogonal to W1. Therefore pick U2 and W1. You find out which value you find out what about V2 prime using U2 and W1. That is U2, V2 prime is nothing but U2, V3 prime is nothing but W1. Sorry, W1. From the Gram-Schmidt process, you find out V3 prime. You normalize V3 prime because there still is not normalized. Therefore, U1 is equal to U1, U2 is equal to U2, but U3 is V3 prime normalized V3. Then substitute, we get U multiply U delta V prime. Thank you very much for listening my talk. Now, sorry, I complete my entire module 5. What I know based on my knowledge, I explain everything. Now, please, I'm going to give a material also. I'm uploading videos. You check it out. Or suppose it's not clear, anything, you're free to ask in the WhatsApp or mail. Thank you very much. All the best. I'm expecting everyone must be pass and score very good marks for the linear algebra for my effort. Thank you very much. If you get some more problem I solve, definitely I'm going to explain, I'm going to upload. Thank you. Bye. See you in online discussion class in next week. Bye. See you. Take care. Stay home.